basically, like many other islands, Aegina doesn't have its own water, which is a problem. Water here is very costly. In Aegina, particularly, we pay a lot of money for bad water. I was told, because this I didn't know, that the three sources where we get water from are private. So we pay these private citizens a lot of money to take water for the village or for the area, whereas there is the municipality has also found groundwater, but we're not using that for some reason. And water here is very expensive as well. A lot of money for this terrible water we drink, and we don't drink. So it's a lot of money, no quality, and I don't see the political will to fix this thing. Water and garbage are the two things in garbage collection which, elect a mayor. And if he says that he's going to bring the water, that's it. It's one of the, tickets for election. But until now, this hasn't happened. And because it's near Athens, it was always the case that they were going to do an underwater pipe that would bring the water here. The basic reason why they haven't brought put the pipeline is, first of all, because the people who bring the water on the boats have a lot to lose. I've heard, and this is hearsay, I want to say this, that they were giving money to the mayor or the people around him not to do the thing, so that they could keep on having the trade with the ships, and so, they were always blocking the creation of this pipeline. The reason why it's inexcusable is because they're so near the mainland, and it could have been so much easier. The plan is there. Somebody told me it is already there, but they need to sort of just do a few more, meters or something, and then link it up with here, and then from here to do the actual work in Aegina. Not so much from Athens to Aegina, but from the point where it leads in Aegina to the rest of Aegina, which hasn't been done. And I don't see the political will to fix this thing, because this is a matter of political will. If they wanted to do it, they could have done it in no time. The pipe is already there. It's just a matter of, putting it in and just doing the work. They told us, drill and find your own water. You have to go and ask for permission. There are regulations. Yes, you can't just bring it and drill, but many people do. This is another problem because they have dug very deeply, and I think what we have is mostly seawater, or something which is very close to seawater. Terrible quality. I can feel it with the dryness in the scalp when you wash my teeth. Everything we need to use, so we need to buy bottled water to drink, to cook, to sometimes, if you for hygienic purposes, most of the time the water isn't clean. We particularly also we collect rainwater as well, but it doesn't last. Here it's like undrinkable. In Aegina, sometimes they do drink it, but most downtown, but most of the time everybody prefers to drink the bottled water because they're scared, because they come in these huge tanks, and they're not sure how septic or non-septic, or how many, how hygienic it really is. All these things are being left aside, so there is no money, there is no political will, there are many interrelated financial sort of reasons why these things are not happening, and yes, I think it could have been much better. If the government wanted to find a solution, there are many solutions available, and for the island to be, if not self-sufficient 100%, to be more sufficient and self-sufficient than it is now. It could have let's say 70% self-sufficiency and a 30% dependency on water being carried here from elsewhere. Now it's 100% dependent. Each one looks after himself. If they have their own little drilling in their own place, if they go and buy the water, if they go and take from the tanks, they're not that interested. They always say the water, but no, nothing really, to see that the people are really getting organized to do something. as a society, we are not conscientious users of water. That is true. People overuse water. They could actually use it with more, in a more responsible way. I don't think that in Greece we are used to reserving and preserving water as they are in other countries, you know. Just about Aegina, I want to say that I really, really hope that people will get together and actually form some sort of coherent group that is going to do something about it. And it only depends on us, not, we can't leave it to the government or the authorities. It really has to be done from the people here.